Welcome to Newsletter Guru TV, your show with a boatload of smart marketing and business building advice, and a little fun along the way.
This episode of Newsletter Guru TV is brought to you by Decide, the ultimate success trigger. There is unquestionably something that triggers high levels of success for some entrepreneurs, while others simply struggle to even break six figures. It's the ability to decide. When faced with a challenge, situation, opportunity, or anything else that requires a commitment to do one thing or the other, when a decision needs to be made, some entrepreneurs freeze, or many more simply postpone the decision to a later date, and that leads directly to Squishyville. Decide, the ultimate success trigger, will get you comfortable growing a more profitable business faster. Get your copy today at www.decideforsuccessbook.com. That's www.decideforsuccessbook.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru and your Dream Business Coach. And as always, I am committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. We are just wrapping up, as I'm recording this, the launch to my new book, Decide, the Ultimate Success Trigger. And what a launch it has been. You know, this is my sixth book, and in full candor, it's the first one that I've actually done a full-blown strategized launch. I mean, really mapped everything out. The other books, to be honest with you, I was so tired by the time I finished writing them. It's kind of like, okay, let's just push them out there and see how they do. But thanks to some really good coaching from some great friends of mine, people I'm in a mastermind group where they said, man, you got to really do a launch around this book. So I did. It went great. As a matter of fact, just yesterday, my assistant Kate said, Jim, you have shipped this book to 16 countries, which astounded me. I knew this book would have a big impact. I wanted to have an even bigger impact. But when she told me 16 countries, I felt, okay, check. That's been a pretty good launch. We had so many orders coming in. We were almost losing track of them, but I believe everybody has got their book, or certainly in the last couple of days the books are on their way. And but there was one interesting message I got from someone I believe bought the book, or it was a message that came in through the client support desk, and my team made me aware of it. So someone said, hey Jim, I'm just wondering, what would you suggest people do with their tax refunds? And I thought, well, that's an interesting question. You know, I talk a lot about mindset, and I'm certainly not a psychologist. I talk a lot about how you should invest your money. I'm certainly not an accountant. So somebody says, what should you do with your tax refund? Again, I'm not a tax planner, but I'm going to give you my advice. So I'm sorry, I forget the person who sent in the request or the suggestion, and I hope you're enjoying the book. And occurs to me, I don't know if you bought the book. If you didn't buy the book and I'm shooting this message for you, you better buy my book. Anyway, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what I would do with a tax refund if I was an entrepreneur. Oh, let me change that. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with my tax refund as an entrepreneur. I am going to reinvest it in myself, in my business, in my growth. I remember for many, many years, if you know my backstory, I started my business after like a long time unemployment, fighting cancer. I had no money. I was heavily in debt. So I really had to step it up and kind of roll the dice, if you will, on myself and my future and my business. I realized I could not save my way out of debt. I had to grow my way out of debt, and that meant even though I was in debt, I had to keep putting more into my business to grow in a much faster way. Now this person didn't say, you know, what the size of the tax refund is, so I'm going to give you just a couple examples off the top of my head. Let's say you were going to get a refund of, say, $6.95. I would get this book because you can get it for free. I'll ship it to your house for only $6.95. Obviously being a little silly. Now, what if you had an investment? Let's say you got a tax refund of, say, $500. What I would do with that, shameless plug, man, reinvest in yourself. I would come to the Dream Business Academy. It's my next event, which is taking place May 7th, 8th, and 9th. Now, why do I say that other than being totally self-serving? Because I know we're changing lives for the people who come to Dream Business Academy. We've done it 2 times already. We're just about to sell out. I think as I'm doing this video, we've got 8 or 9 seats left for the San Diego event, and it's going to be the best event that we've done so far. We've brought in some additional really high-powered speakers. It is going to get you revved up, give you the tools, give you the blueprint to create a $1 million platform, which is going to put you and your business out there in a much bigger way to help you grow and create the dream business that you want and deserve. Now, what if you had a really, really big a really big tax refund, and I'll let you decide what big means. I would, if it was me, again, being an entrepreneur and being someone who wants to get there faster, I would say, okay, what can I do with this money to multiply it in a way that's going to be even exponentially bigger? So in other words, let's say you got a $5,000 tax refund or $2,000. You say, well, I could just pay off that credit card, or I could do this or that. And again, that may be the right thing to do for you. So this is no one size fits all. This is just Jim's simple answer. I would figure out, maybe I'm going to put some down on some debt, but I'm going to say, how can I take this and do something for my business that I have not yet been able to do? Maybe I wanted to do some online advertising, Facebook marketing, pay-per-click. Maybe I wanted to build a list. Maybe I wanted to finally finish the book and now I can have somebody design the cover or do this or that. Maybe I want to update that website. Maybe I want to go to a seminar and learn how to do some phenomenal marketing, things like that. In other words, think of what you can do with this money now, instead of simply saying, okay, it's all going to go either in the bank or it's all going to get paying down a loan or something like that. Again, not a bad idea, but you could probably get where you want to go faster if you kind of take that money and invest it smartly and get a much larger return. So I hope that answers the question. I am always somebody who's looking to continually invest in myself. I spend tens of thousands of dollars. Even now, I continue to spend tens of thousands of dollars every single year on what I call, in my QuickBooks, I call it personal development. So it's going to seminars, investing in coaching, being in masterminds, getting books. I just spent $1,500 getting, I'm going to give a free plug here. Didn't intend to, but this was a program called Titans of Direct Response, and I invested in that. Turns out it's pretty darn good. I mean, some really Brian Kurtz, Dan Kennedy, some Ben Zavinga. There's a bunch of really amazing direct response legends in this thing. I wasn't able to go, so I just spent $1,500 and now I'm watching the DVDs. I know for a fact, and you say, $1,500, that's a lot of money. Yes, it is, and I don't take it lightly. I don't just go, boom, here's a credit card. I know for a fact that when I watch all these DVDs, I'm about halfway through them now, I'm going to get some amazing training from these legends, these legendary entrepreneurs and marketers that will help me up level my business. So that's one thing that I did with some found money. And so the answer to the question is, what are you going to do with your tax return? Because tax day is actually like 1 week from when I'm launching this video. Figure out what you can do to get the highest return possible on that money. Sticking it in a bank account where you can earn 0.5% interest, that's not a lot. Is it secure? Yes, it is. Paying down debt, yep, might be a good thing to do, might even be the right thing to do. You got to really think about that for you and get some good, smart financial advice. But what could I do with that money to sort of double it, triple it, quadruple it by helping me grow my business? I mean, I'm going to give you one thing and then I'm going to close out. I was talking with somebody who said, Jim, you know, I have like $70,000 of credit card debt. I'm desperately trying to grow, but I'm also really weary about going into further debt. And again, everybody's situation is different. Everybody's tolerance for risk is different, and I get that. But I said, here's the deal. I don't know how many things you're doing on your P&L. Like, can you obviously cut out some expenses, not do this, not do that. Don't go out to dinner. Maybe even cut down your own salary. And she goes, oh, I can't do that anymore. You know, she's already not taking much out of the business. And so there's certain things you can do to trim the fat, if you will, if there's any from expenses, but that only goes so far. Yes, it's a prudent thing to do. But I said, for that $60,000, I said, suppose we were able to come up with a plan, a new program, new pricing, new marketing, new structure, however we're going to figure this out. Suppose I could add in the next 12 months $100,000 in new revenue to your business. What would that mean to you? And this person said it would be life-changing. I said, it's not that hard. And I've done it many times, and I kind of painted a picture of how we could do that. And I said, is there risk? Absolutely. But could you do it? Absolutely. So if you took in another $100,000 over the next 12 months, could you eliminate your debt? Yes. How would that feel? It'd be awesome. So that's what I need you to think about. It's too easy just to stick it in the bank. It's too easy just to say, okay, pay that down. So my debt is now, instead of $60,000, my debt might be $54,000 or $55,000. Again, not a bad thing, but you could invest in coaching and a mastermind, go to something like Dream Business Academy. You could invest in a lot of different things that would give you enough new information and enough, you know, more go power to help you increase the size of your business, which in a much faster way would, boom, pay down that debt. And that's exactly what I did. All right, this is Jim Palmer. I am the newsletter guru always. I'm your dream business coach. and it just occurred to me I'm getting ready to close out and I didn't do my usual thing. So hey, I want you to check out Dream Business Academy, Dream B-I-Z Academy. And again, we have 8 or 9 seats left depending on how many people register in the next week or so when this video comes out. It is a life-changing, I guarantee you it'll be a business-changing event. You should get there if at all possible. DreamBizAcademy.com. DecideForSuccessBook.com. You can still get this book. I have not taken down the website. I'm not promoting it per se, but you can get this book. I'll ship it to you free for $6.95. This book is already changing lives, and it's very, very gratifying as an author to spend all that time writing and then start getting the feedback. And be sure to check out Stick Like Glue Radio. It's the only podcast dedicated to helping you create an everlasting bond with your customers. Why would you want to do that, Jim? Because dedicated customers that have a stronger relationship, a stronger connection to you, they stay longer, they end up buying more often, more frequently, buying more stuff, and they refer more. And those are always great things in your business. Before the day's out, could you please go do one nice thing for somebody, one random act of kindness at a time? It's not always about us, folks. In fact, it's never about us. It's about how we help and serve others. So go put a smile on some stranger's face. It's going to make them feel good. It's going to make you feel real special, too. All right, now I can say it. I'm Jim Palmer. I'm the Newsletter Guru. Always, I am your dream business coach. Why? Because I am committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. Until this time next week, another great episode of Newsletter Guru TV. You take good care.